That's where Channel 3's Vic Gideon continues our live team coverage. Vic?
Tim and Ramona, the Stark County Sheriff's Department has been a media frenzy with national media, satellite trucks, live interviews. But in Jesse's hometown, it's been relatively quiet, with only a few reminders like this flyer. Reminders that Jessie Marie Davis is missing.
Channel 3's Vic Gideon joins us live with the latest on this, Vic.
Well, Tim and Ramona, about a half an hour ago, a jury came back and found Ruben Drones not guilty of operating a vehicle with the blood alcohol content above the legal limit. He had taken a breathalyzer test and it read .008, which is right at the legal limit.
Channel 3's Vic Gideon has just returned from the beach with a story. Vic?
Well, Tim and Ramona, Jeffrey Newman was getting ready for his senior year at North, swimming with friends at the Headlands, an athlete with his whole future ahead of him, until something went wrong. Some national search organizations have contacted the family, and in fact, one of those search organizations will be coming into the area to help tonight. And finally, the father of the baby, Bobby Cutts, a Canton police officer, his house was investigated last night. Now, Cutts is married. He has an estranged wife. Items were taken from his home, as well as some items from Jesse to help in their investigation. The litany of Democratic candidate speeches from Glee Fisher to Ted Strickland to Sherrod Brown was nothing but a warm-up for the main event.
Thank you very much.
Despite all the paparazzi and media, it was Hallie's fans who were truly excited. Harvey's comics have taken him from New York to Hollywood, but ultimately, he stays right here in Cleveland.
Channel 3's Vic Gideon joins us live from the newsroom with what's happened since last night. Vic?
Tim and Ramona, what an outpouring of support from Marky, the 45-year-old man with autism. Support from his friends, from his family, even from strangers. But today's news has definitely sent a thrill all through North Hill.
Looking forward to seeing everybody back.
Marky's back, but even though he hasn't been able to watch North High sports, that doesn't mean he didn't follow them.
Football's right now is 1-5. JV varsity volleyball teams right now is 1-18. Tonight they're home right now. In about a couple hours from now, it's Parents' Night against Firestone.
After 25 years of being the school's biggest fan, Marky had been banned from the property after the cheerleading advisor, a transfer from Central Howard High School, reported that Marky had engaged in inappropriate behavior in front of the girls during a practice.
It's an unfortunate thing that this happened to him. Really, it was detrimental, and it just took his life away. You know, it was hard for him to even accept.
But outcry from the community forced the district to reconsider.
And he would be allowed to come on the school grounds. Hopefully he will come back and be our #1 supporter as usual.
So, like shot out of a cannon, Marky returned to North High School.
It was good to see him smile again, and I'm just happy. It should have been done like this from the start.
While Marky is able to watch Viking football again, many advocates want to make sure that what happened to Marky is able to help others.
There are opportunities ongoing to educate our community about the value and the worth of every human being.
And for Marky, there's no value you can put on returning to the thing you love.
I'm coming back.
Vic Gideon, Channel 3 News.
Channel 3's Vic Gideon joins us live from Akron with the story. Vic?
Well, Tim, Ramona, it was a tough day for about 470 union Goodyear workers who walked off the job at about 1 o'clock today. Now, they struck in front of the building, about a couple hundred of them. They have since left the front of the building, and they've also left the plants, leaving Goodyear to try to fill demand with available inventory, imports, production at non-union facilities, and production at union facilities like this one using salaried workers, as the USW has struck the #1 tire maker in North America.
What do you want? When do you want it?
Nearly half of the 470 Goodyear union workers in Akron picketed the headquarters, holding signs and chanting. But the day started a little more quietly.
No contract, no peace.
Workers readied picket signs outside the Mix Center and watched as the clock on the Goodyear Tower ticked closer to 1 o'clock.
It's sad. You know, nobody wants it to come to this, but, you know, it's got to happen, I guess.
Workers walked out as the clock struck the strike hour. They marched from River Street up the hill, and shortly after 1, picketers were marching up East Market. The picketing started small but soon gained numbers as workers from the Tech Center, where Goodyear racing tires are made, joined in.
We've done it before. We can do it again.
At issue this time, changes to retiree health benefits, job classifications, and wages, as well as 2 possible plant closings in Texas and Alabama.
There's just a large array of issues that we're miles apart on.
For some of the picketers, especially retirees, this was nothing new.
And I did it for them years ago, and I've walked the picket lines, and I was out 140 some days years ago in the 70s, and it all comes around.
The United Steelworkers Union last struck the tire maker for 19 days in 1997 and staged a 4-hour walkout in 1994.
But we want a fair contract.
This time, by about 1:40, it seemed like old times for many.
Solidarity.
Vic Gideon, Channel 3 News.
Channel 3's Vic Gideon has more on this Canton phenomenon.
There's something strange going on at Canton's libraries, aside from that funky glass sculpture in front of the main branch.
Things disappearing that we have to keep reordering and reordering.
The biggest theft items are Disney DVDs, popular CDs, and something else.
So witchcraft books have always been a very high theft item for as long as I've been here.
Of the 277 books categorized as witchcraft, 125 are in lost status, disappearing one by one over the last few years. Some checked out and never returned, some stolen, others just missing. I guess when you look at the large number of books that are missing, do you ever think maybe the supernatural might be at play here?
I don't believe so.
Why they're stealing the books, no one knows. Do you have any witchcraft books on you?
No, I don't.
Let me see what you got.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Witches and warlocks and creatures of the dark. Are you casting a spell over the people of Stark? So you're not worried that maybe one day you'll wake up as a toad?
No. Never gave it a thought. It doesn't frighten me at all.
But many people say they don't need a book of spells. They've got their own.
Sugar and spice and everything nice. All girls love that. That's what they're made of, right? Come on now. I'm serious. That's what I spell.
So whether there's more witchcraft this year, Canton will have to wait until Halloween to see if there's more trick than treat. Vic Gideon, Channel 3 News.